What is this one?
New and improved and open once again.
Fantastic.
What is this, man? Defunct Land, the history of Action Park. I'll check it out.
Hi guys, yeah, I think you're seeing some guys jump off the Tarzan jump here at Action Park. It's been closed since
What is Action Park?
1996. They reopened it on June 14th. I'm here with the owner, Andrew Mulhaville. He's also the son of the man who founded it. Thanks for being here.
Oh man, dude, he took over his dad's fucking shitty. This dude looks so sad already. Look at him. He's doing this thing. He's like he's just living in constant pain, bro. That is a look of absolute agony.
It's great to be here. Thanks for coming out. What a day we have. It's beautiful here at Action Park.
So
He is lit, dude. This guy he has seen the horrors of this life and perhaps the next.
It's great to be here. Thanks for coming out. What a day we have. It's beautiful here at Action Park.
So I gotta
Immense
ask you, because
pain.
Action Park got a bit of a reputation.
35 horror stories. 10 reasons why Action Park is the most dangerous amusement park in the world.
I love Action Park because it's so beautiful.
Oh my god, that guy just like in the background just fucking hits a rock. I love Action Park. Suggested by Gay Green Alien. Maybe just don't include like, do you have to, who made this video? I need to know, man. You really had to put like the first guy that you credited was Gay Green Alien. Gavin, like, dude, all the rest of them are just names. Like, I mean, debatable, but just like, well, he suggested it. All right, it's fine. I just feel like maybe the first credited guy should be one of the people's actual names. Maybe keep him at the end.
2 brand new Alpine slides were installed to keep business up in the off season. An Alpine slide is a one-person car ride in which the rider rides down a hill in a smooth track. The rider has a brake lever in between their legs, giving them complete control of their speed. The attraction had become popular for ski resorts in the late 70s, and Vernon Valley Ski Resort's Alpine Slide was advertised as an attraction for all ages, claiming, "We've had grandfathers and we've had kids of kindergarten age coming down our runs alone." I also have a picture showing a mother controlling the sled with an infant in her arms. It's that easy.
Okay, like this really brings me to the burning question is like, if you have to say that, if you have to say that your amusement park is safe, it should just be implied that if it's a fucking amusement park, it is safe for everyone, man. I don't know what kind of shit you're running here, brother, but
he added 2 water slides and a racetrack, and more slides, a softball field, a tennis court, and a swimming pool were added shortly thereafter. More slides and rides were added, and they began their big marketing push to draw audiences into their new water park.
Just go to Action Park. There's no other park like it.
Oh my god.
Broadway, it's wonderful.
It's like coming to Broadway. Bro, who says it like that?
It's like coming to Broadway, it's wonderful.
You are pretending. There is no way. Like,
Race like a pro. It's great. These are the most amazing rides in the world. I love it here.
he's hamming it up, bro. Like, there's no way they auditioned for this. This guy is just like, that is way too much, man. You gotta, I mean, you're at like a 10. I need you at like an 8 for this commercial, bro.
The park was revolutionary. Not only was it one of the first water parks of its kind in the United States, but it also marketed itself as the biggest. It was eventually home to 75 rides, 40 of which were water slides. Action Park was split into 3 themed lands. The first was
Motorworld.
Motorworld consisted of 3 types of attractions: land, water, and air rides. On land was the popular battle action tanks. For an additional fee,
what could have possibly gone wrong, man? I mean, look, I don't understand what the big deal is. Bro, the first ride that he introduces us to is tanks.
The goal was to shoot the other tanks in the caged area on one of their targets, disabling their cannons for 15 seconds. Those that chose to ride the tanks were allotted 5 minutes to do so, and those that did not want to ride could pay to use a stationary cannon from the outside.
Someone definitely got hit by one of these and died.
Broken down tanks would be subject to fire from the rowdy guests, making the attraction a nightmare to work at.
As somebody that has worked at a golf course and like I've been in like the picker to like pick the balls on the driving range, like it is like if one of those balls like hits the like even the cage that you're in, it is like this loud ringing sound that just like hurts your ears. And like people will aim at you and they just have no regard. They don't think of you as a person at that moment. Just a little personal story, you know, thought I'd throw that in there.
Attractions were the Lola cars and the
ball toucher lol. You know what, man? Fuck you.
To work at. The carts themselves were designed to max out at 20 miles per hour.
That looks safe right there. Just no side to it. Like this man ass is basically touching the asphalt. I mean, this is just like there's no side. There is just a back and a bottom. That is absolutely wild.
Found that sticking a tennis ball in the governor device allowed the cart to go as fast as possible, with the new maximum speed being around 50 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour?
Highway. There were 2 water rides in Motorworld. The super speedboats were driven in a small circle around an island in a pond that also had a large population of snakes in it. The guests would often...
I'm sorry. I must have glossed over that the first time. Okay, so you have tanks. So far, this is what we know. There's tanks. There's go-karts that go 50 miles an hour. And there's boats, but you can only drive them in a pond that has a, quote, large population of snakes. You're telling me these bumper boats ran on gasoline? They couldn't find any better way.
These were known to leak gasoline, which once required a guest to be examined after too much fuel leaked on their skin.
Well, the fact that they're running on gasoline in the first place is concerning.
The boats were also incredibly small, and riders with long legs had to position their feet off the side of the boat to fit. This led to injuries and bone fractures after collisions.
Donkey Kong style, Nintendo 64, you already know.
Finally, Motorworld had 2 airbase attractions. One was Space Shot, which was a typical drop tower ride and was one of the safest rides at the park, given it was only open for Action Park's last operating year.
The Space Shot is the safest ride, bro. That right there is the safest thing you can do at this park, is blast yourself fucking 80 feet in the air in a seat attached to a metal rod.
This ride was another upcharge attraction, Slingshot, which was also fairly safe. This ride was a common amusement park and carnival ride, in which guests were shot up on 2 bungee cords and flipped upside down as they
I'm not riding any ride that's fairly safe, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big amusement park guy, but I'm not gonna ride anything that's fairly safe. This looks... That's exactly how I would describe it, but I'm not going on that shit.
These included the aforementioned alpine slides, as well as a bungee jump titled the Snapple Snap Up Whippersnapper ride. Originally...
Alright. Fuck it, dude. Change it. I mean, seriously? The Snapple Snapshot Whippersnapper ride? Dude, you already know, like, that I have no idea whether they landed a lucrative Snapple sponsorship or if this was an oddly named attraction. Dude... If this was not a Snapple sponsorship, like, that is maybe the most cocaine thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That's what Americans think British people call apples.
Slides, as well as a bungee jump titled the Snapple Snap Up Whippersnapper ride. A skate park also had a short run at Action Park. It was poorly designed, as it was surrounded by concrete and had uneven edges, which led to many injuries during its existence.
Bro, they couldn't even build a skate park? Dude, like, if a fucking city planner in Wisconsin can figure that out, like, I don't understand how you fuck that. Like, dude, this is like the most insane place I've ever heard of in my life. Like,
interestingly, Action Park also had an attraction entitled the Action Park Gladiator Challenge, partially based off of the popular American Gladiators TV show.
They did not hire
obstacle courses and jousting matches against the Action Park Gladiators. Finally, Action Park had its own monorail.
They hired guys. Their job was just to beat the shit out of teenagers with foam pads. This is a fucking fever dream, dude. Like, this is insane. They literally just hired beefcakes and they're like, yeah, here's some Hulk hands. Your job is to make sure a 16-year-old doesn't get past you all day.
It was home to the Tidal wave pool, a 100 feet by 200 feet pool that could hold anywhere between 500 and 1,000 people. The pool's floor was slanted, and the further a guest went in
What about less than 500? That just seems like a weird way to word that. I expect live sharks at this point. Anywhere from 500 to 1,000. Like, they wouldn't let you in unless there was at least 500 people. Is that what I'm hearing?
A dozen lifeguards were on duty at the pool, and they would have to save around 30 people on a busy day. The diving cliffs had 2 jumping bases, one 23 feet and the other 18 feet tall, with the pool below being 16 feet. The pool was also for non-jumpers, some of which were unaware of the cliffs, which resulted in collisions. There was only one lifeguard on duty, who had to work extra hard to make sure that no one was at the bottom of the pool.
You have one lifeguard for this? How do you have one guy? You have literally 12 lifeguards for this fucking wave pool. Like, and one lifeguard for this fucking cliffside swimming pool 16 feet deep.
There was only one lifeguard on duty, who had to work extra hard to make sure that no one was at the bottom of the pool. The super speed water slides, also known as Geronimo Falls, were a pair of high-speed vertical water slides.
Terrible
One of them
name.
was steeper than the other, and both were dangerous. Near these was the safer Kamikaze, which was a more traditional tube slide. The kayak experience was pretty self-explanatory.
The Kamikaze is the safer water slide at this establishment.
At this point.
No way.
A similar ride, the Roarin' Rapids, allowed guests to ride in a 1 or 2 person raft down a similar river. The surf hill had the Roarin' water ride.
Like, this dude is just ghost riding the whip in the fucking raft. How the fuck is this allowed?
This was dangerous.
It is as wide as the actual lake,
but that
or
goes
the
without
river,
saying
whatever.
At this point. A similar ride, the Roarin' Rapids, allowed guests to ride in a 1 or 2 person raft down a similar river.
How are you glossing over this in the video? How are, like, dude?
The Aerodonium was a skydiving simulator that caused injuries when guests would try to stop their falls with their arms.
Those are dangerous as fuck. I've heard these, like, fuck people up, dude. These are, like, bad. The skydiving simulator, I don't know why, I've just heard that.
This is the attraction that made Action Park the most infamous, the Cannonball Loop. A tubed water slide with a vertical loop, similar to that of a roller coaster. It was rumored that during the testing of the attraction, Mulvihill offered $100 to employees who were willing to try it. Test dummy.
People got stuck at the top. Wouldn't you just, like, drown in there or something? And then someone comes in and they fucking hit you? Bro, that is the most insane thing I've ever seen. Look at it. It's got a fucking, it actually has a fucking loop. And you come out, it's closed off. It's a closed circle. Oh my God, man. I'd do it for $100.
Test dummies apparently came out of the loop without their heads.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that, I mean, I just feel like you maybe just take the top off and just make it a straight line into the waters. I don't know. Just make it like a slip and slide at that point. Like, maybe if that happens to one of the test dummies, I don't know. Just something like that, I feel like.
Many guests that completed the loop would come out at the bottom, suffering from bloody noses or other injuries, either from hitting the top of the loop or the...
Where would the rest of them come out of? What do you mean many guests that got through it came out at the bottom? Where else were they going? To some fucking alternate, the rest died? To some fucking alternate universe? Waterworld? They go to Waterworld, the fucking movie?
The Cannonball Loop was indicative of a larger issue with Action Park, as many of the other attractions were poorly crafted by designers that were less than engineers.
Less than engineers. That's very open-ended, man. You could really be anything at that point if you're less than an engineer. You could just, I mean, I guess that's me. I'm less than an engineer. What you can't see is the trapdoor where the loop touches the floor that sends guests to the hell dimension. Yeah, it's the fly of despair at the bottom of the loop if you accidentally hold X.
The rides became even more dangerous when paired with the fact that the park sold alcohol at many of the convenience stands.
I mean, this should have been at the beginning. I'm sorry. You need to put that at the beginning of the video, man. This changes everything, truly. Like, I don't know how you fucking just buried the lead like that, dude. Oh my God.
Often to minors. There was even a microbrewery near Motorworld. Many of the guests visiting the inexpensive park came from...
You already know that Action Park has the most innovative and exciting rides. The Alpine Slide, Grand Prix race cars, and spectacular water rides. But Action Park means more than just great rides. It means super live shows, fantastic summer festivals, and scrumptious food and drink, including an authentic German brewery. Come to Action Park, because the rides aren't the only thing that's great.
There is just too much to unpack from what I just saw, bro. That was too much. That was like, that just...
Labor Day Polish Festival, September 6th and 7th.
Polish festivals, dude. Like, my thing about like the Polish festival at the end of the commercial is like, you know that like that is when you were digging to the bottom of the barrel of the holidays. You know what I mean? That's like a very like party guy thing to do, is just like look for any excuse to get absolutely fucked up. And that's what places like this do. They're just like, ah, dude, it's like summer solstice. It's winter solstice. It's Polish summer festivus. Like they will find literally any reason. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, St. Patrick's Day is exactly it. That is just like, that's when you know this place is just engaging in insane debauchery. Oh shit. Oh god.
27th, a 20-year-old drowned in the Tidal wave pool. And on July 19th, 1987, another guest drowned there, giving it the nickname the Grave Pool. These deaths are tragic.
That's really, I mean, man, that's way to lighten up your work experience, man. Just being like, yeah, we gotta, you're a lifeguard. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta go watch the grave pool.
Parks. Great American Recreation was even able to expand the Action Park brand to other parts of the country, opening Pocono Action Park in Tannersville, Pennsylvania in 1980. And
they did not open a second park after this, bro. There is absolutely, I am not ready for this. I cannot, no, dude. I'm not ready for that information. I cannot handle a second one of these. There's just no way. What the fuck do they have? How do you up the ante at this point? They're just gonna like, it's like, oh yeah, this is the waterboarding simulator.
Get wet at Action Mountain. Feel the thrill as you zoom through the black holes.
This song's kind of a banger, whatever this is.
Cool off in a huge swimming pool or race around the Grand Prix track. Action-packed rides at Action Mountain in Pine Hill, New Jersey.
That laugh in the background is when you know that you're gonna fucking die, bro. That is the last thing that you hear when you drown in the grave pool. Like, that is literally the last thing that you hear.
Of our action-packed rides at Action Mountain in Pine Hill, New Jersey.
That is so fucking cursed, dude. Did you, like, I'm gonna play that one more time, then I'm never listening to it again as long as I live.
Pine Hill, New Jersey.
That is wrong. I'm sorry. This has like, I was gonna say it has like a furniture store type vibe, but like that laugh at the end just really put me over the edge of being like, yeah, this place definitely had some like demonic shit.
Pocono Action Park had many repeat attractions as Action Park and was closed in 1991. Action Mountain ran.
What was that? What was that? Dude. The only Pocono Action Park reference image I could find was this creepy clown Grand Prix ticket from eBay. Dude.
1986.
If you buy that item, then you actually inherit Action Park. It's like a cursed item, and when it comes to your house, like by some mystical series of events, you inherit the park, and then you take control, and you're responsible for all of the drownings that happen at the new Action Park. So don't buy that if you see it on eBay, please.
So why did the original Action Park close? While Action Park and Mulvihill were able to avoid lawsuits with many of the accidents and deaths, the two deaths in 1984 stemmed cases that rightfully plagued the park with a variety of legal problems.
Nice.
Mulvihill eventually pled guilty to 5 charges of insurance fraud. He and his associates claimed that the park saw over 1 million guests a year, and therefore the death toll was comparatively low. The local ER, on the other hand,
such a classic, such a fucking classic move, like classic lawyer. Well, if you think about it, only 5 people died out of 1 million. So I mean, I think we should. I'm pretty sure these rides are fine.
They would have to treat 5 to 10 guests on some days. On September 2nd, 1996, Action Park ended its final season, still with the hope that it would reopen the next year. After this, the ski resort and Action Park were handed from investor to investor.
It was a bank? How do you go out of business as a bank, bro? You have all the money.
In renovations for 2 years before reopening in 1998 as Mountain Creek. Safety was a priority under this management, and a valiant effort was put forth to distance Mountain Creek from Action Park's reputation. However, in 2010, Mountain Creek underwent a bankruptcy of its own, and the water park and ski resort was sold to the Mulvihill family. 2 years after this, in 2012, Eugene Mulvihill passed away.
This dude bought that shit on eBay, bro, and he look at that. He died right after. That's what happens when you fuck with the Action Park curse.
2 years later, in 2014, Mountain Creek was rebranded back to Action Park. The Sky Caliber was another attempt at a 360-degree vertically looping water slide, although it used technology to enhance safety. From my knowledge, it is yet to open at the park, and there's almost no information on its status. The new action park...
There's no way they're doing this again, bro. Just make a different ride. How, like, why do you need to do this loop thing, dude? They put you in a foam coffin? I just, like... Bro, if you go on that ride, I don't know if it's open yet, but do not press X when you're on the ride.
Park tried in 2016, it was renamed back to Mountain Creek in order to once again get away from the negative connotation of Action Park.
Great plan.
Early this year, it was announced that Johnny Knoxville would be producing, writing, and starring in a film inspired by Action Park, but it was not shot on location.
But, Johnny, what are you doing, man? I mean...
Death is heartbreaking, especially in environments designed for happiness and joy. Despite 6 people...
That line, bro. Put that on my fucking gravestone. Please just put this line from this fucking YouTube video on my gravestone. I'm begging you.
But it was not shot on location.
Right here.
Death is heartbreaking, especially in environments designed for happiness and joy.
That is... Dude, that is so fucking true, man.
On location. Death is heartbreaking, especially in environments designed for happiness and joy.
I can't even listen to this outro, bro. I'm too shook by that line. No giggle. Okay, I was waiting for it. Send your Action Park stories to Ken at kenperjurer@gmail.com to be... That is a very unfortunate last name, bro. This man's committing perjury. That's what he... Oh, Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. I can't read.